Presets are a great way to jumpstart stylization for your images. Sweet 9 comes bundled with a bunch of presets. onOne's customer loyalty program provides them from time to time, and many photographers sell original presets too. Over the years, I've bought and collected a bunch of preset packs to seed my preset library. Now, sometimes a preset on its own just works perfectly, but more often I find a preset needs a little tweaking to suit the look that I'm after. And so when I find a preset I like, I'll spend a few minutes deconstructing the preset to understand what it's doing. And usually I'll find one or two of those aha settings and be able to incorporate it into my photography for the future. So for this image, I'm going to use a couple of presets, pick them apart, and change them a bit to suit the image. So this image is dark. It's exposed to capture the colors in the sky. So I'll start by bringing this into Enhance for some basic adjustments. So in Enhance, I'll open the browser pane from the window menu using Show Browser Panel. The browser has a Favorites and a Presets tab, and all the presets you've created or marked as favorites are available. I'm going to use the HDR Look preset to open up the shadows some, and yeah, that's opened things up and brightened up this image pretty nicely. Now, over on the right side, let's take a look and see what this preset has done. Enhance presets set all the various buttons and sliders to predetermined values. Here, the auto tone button is clicked, and that set these sliders in the tone area automatically based on the image. The auto button in levels is also set. And the preset did not change the color temperature or the tint. It did increase the vibrance quite a bit. Now, what about the rest of these settings? We've got vignette, sharpening, and noise reduction. Each of them can be turned on or off with this button slider to the right of each section, and flip them on and off to see what each is doing to the overall image. So here, noise reduction is off, and that's fine. I shot this at a low ISO and don't have a lot of noise. Sharpening is on. I'm going to turn that off. There's more stylizing I want to do, and if I need some sharpening at the end, I'll take care of it then. The same with the vignette. It doesn't even look like it's doing anything in this particular preset. So the bulk of the work of this preset is happening in the color and tone adjustments. The sky is a little on the crunchy side, and sure enough, the detail slider is set quite high by this preset. So I'm going to dial that back to soften up the sky. I'm also going to try the auto color button and see what it does. I'll click this on and off a couple of times, watching the change in the photo. It adds a little warmth, and I kind of like that, so I'm going to keep it. So investing just a minute or two here, I've learned that this preset, the magic is in the tone and level enhancements, and it has a significant boost in the detail. I'm going to apply these changes and now move on to fine-tuning the stylization. So here I am in Effects, and choosing presets in Effects is similar to Enhance. I'll press Command left arrow to open the browser, and there's tabs for the presets, the filters, anything marked as a favorite. I'm going to scroll down through the onOne favorite looks, and I like what Vintage Sun is doing, so I'll click on that and apply the preset. Once that's applied, I'll press Command left arrow again to gain some screen real estate. Now to deconstruct an Effects preset, start at the bottom of the filter stack. Clicking on the bottom shows the base image that was sent into Effects. Then walk up each filter in the stack by clicking on it and watch the changes to the image. And you can see for this preset, the dramatic change is with the split tone filter. Now another way to view the changes to your image is with a different preview mode. In the View menu, there are several different ways you can look at your image and how it's being changed by the filters applied. I'm going to select left right here. By default, the image on the left is the before image, no effects applied, and the image on the right is the after image. From the pop-up menu, an interesting view is the previous effect option. So how does this work? For example, when I highlight the split tone filter, the right side shows all of the filters applied so far. Here, that's the split tone and the color enhancer. The left side shows everything up to but not including the selected filter. Here, that's only the color enhancer. Let me walk this from the bottom. When I click on the color enhancer, the image on the right has just a touch more color. As I continue to walk up the filter stack, split tone adds the tone to the right side, and the left side gets the color enhancer. And finally the vignette. There's no vignette on the left. The vignette is only on the right-hand side. So this type of view is sometimes handy. But let's go back to single view, and I'll use the keyboard shortcut Command Y. Now, to learn what the preset is doing, as you're walking the filters, take a closer look at what the filter options, the sliders, are being set to. This color enhancer filter is pretty basic, an auto color and a boost in vibrance. The split tone is using very bold colors and strong amounts. And then the vignette is using a standard subtle preset. Another thing to peek into are the blending options. Presets can and do alter the blending options. In this preset, the split tone is set to a soft light blending. Other presets might apply a filter to only certain tonal ranges of an image. When I see a preset and say, ooh, I like what this one does, it could be part filter choices and it could be part blending option choices. It might also be the opacity of a given filter. In this example, all of the filters are applied with 100% opacity, but some other presets do change the opacities, such as the Silver Sunset preset. That one applies a blur layer with a very low opacity for a very nice soft blur effect. Once you understand what the preset is doing and learned a few tricks along the way, don't be bashful about tailoring it to your photo. I'm going to tweak this to my liking. The split tone effect is too strong for me, so I'm going to lower its opacity to around 60% or so. And I feel that I'm losing some blues in the sky, that the tones are a bit dull. I'll add a color enhancer filter to goose the blues some. I'll pop the saturation up of the blue color range, and that improves the upper edges in the sky. And let's try a tweak to the aqua range. I'll shift its hue to a little darker blue and bump its saturation as well. Okay, it's subtle, but it's a nice touch. And lastly, I'll turn back on the vignette. Now, so wrapping up here, when you find a preset you like, take a few minutes and deconstruct it. Find out what is it that you like about it. It might be a certain filter, a blending option, or a combination of those two. It's a really good way to learn about the various options in the photo suite. And once you understand all that, don't be shy about changing a preset and creating your own unique look.